When Johannes Huebel walks across the lobby of a five-star hotel wearing a suit without a single logo on display, he does not need to announce his relevance. No shouting, no vulgar exhibitions, no wasted words. Still, every person in that environment immediately recognizes what stands before them: silent authority and unquestionable refinement. Meanwhile, the man next to him, covered in logos and wearing a watch that shines brighter than a Las Vegas billboard, remains completely invisible to the eyes of those who truly matter. What separates these two men? Johannes understands something that most men will never learn. True distinction whispers, while insecurity screams into the void. The dominant circles discovered this secret decades ago. They realized that perception shapes reality faster than any bank statement ever could. An impeccably presented man with magnetic presence commands more respect in a business room than a billionaire in flip-flops. This is not about deceiving anyone. It is about understanding the deeper psychology of human nature. People judge you in 7 seconds. These judgments determine how they treat you, what opportunities they offer you, and whether they see you as someone who deserves to be in their company. Today, I reveal the 15 micro-habits that separate men of elevated standards from the ordinary. These are subtle behaviors that make people assume you belong in first class, even if you bought an economy ticket. Each habit can be mastered in minutes, but creates a lifetime of differentiated treatment. Common men live in noise. High-class men live in detail. Habit 1. The handshake as a physical business card. Your handshake is your physical presentation embodied. Men from selective circles frequently excel in the art of conversation, radiate contained authority, and can discourse on various subjects with naturalness. These skills are fundamental for building networks of influence, high-level negotiations, and relationships that open doors to exclusive opportunities. A weak handshake screams insecurity louder than any designer suit can whisper prestige. The elite understands that this 2-second interaction establishes the tone for everything that follows. It is like the first brushstroke on a Carrara marble canvas. It defines the quality of the entire work. The perfect handshake requires 3 precise elements: firm pressure without brutality, 2 seconds of contact, and direct eye contact. Too brief seems disinterested. Too long becomes embarrassing. Too weak suggests you lack conviction. Too strong reveals you are compensating for some internal deficiency. When Gianni Agnelli met world leaders, observe his handshake in historical records: confident, measured, and brief. It communicated authority without arrogance, power without haste. Practice this until it becomes automatic. Your handshake should convey the feeling of meeting a successful chief executive officer, not a nervous intern. Every person you meet will form an opinion about your character based on this single moment. This is not for any man. It is for those who understand that details separate mediocrity from excellence. Habit 2. Posture as personal architecture. Nothing communicates distinction like maintaining yourself erect with silent authority. Slouching is confessing to the world that life has defeated you, that you do not possess strength even to sustain your own body. Impeccable posture is like a travertine marble facade on an Italian mansion, solid, imposing, and impossible to ignore. Observe any gala event. The men who command attention are not necessarily the most handsome or famous. They are those who move through space as if they were owners of everything around them, shoulders back, chin slightly elevated, walking with the silent authority of someone who knows their own worth. This is not arrogance. It is magnetic presence materialized in physical form. Correct posture does more than make you appear sophisticated. It improves your breathing, increases your energy levels, and, neurologically, makes you feel more powerful. When you maintain yourself erect, your body releases hormones that elevate your mood, and your presence. People perceive it. They make space for you. They listen when you speak. The transformation is immediate and irreversible. Enter any environment with perfect posture and observe how people treat you completely differently. You will be seen as more competent, more trustworthy, and more influential. Because authority is contagious, and posture is authority made visible. Common men bend under the weight of mediocrity. Men of elevated standards rise above it. Habit 3. The eloquence of controlled rhythm. When you stumble over your words, you sound desperate for attention. Men from dominant circles speak slowly because they know their time has value and their words carry weight. Speaking less and listening more demonstrates silent authority and emotional intelligence, characteristics deeply admired in high-prestige circles. Listen to how Cary Grant spoke in his classic films. Every word was deliberate, every pause strategic. He never rushed because he knew people would wait for what he had to say. This is the vocal standard of true authority. Best speakers sound nervous, uncertain, and frankly ordinary. Controlled speakers sound reflective, measured, and in total command of the situation. Practice speaking at 75% of your normal speed. Use pauses like punctuation marks. They create anticipation and make your words more impactful. When someone asks you a question, breathe before responding. This simple pause makes you appear more reflective and gives more weight to your response. The most powerful people in any environment are frequently the quietest. They listen more than they speak, and when they speak, people stop what they are doing to listen. Your voice is a precision instrument. Treat it as such. It is not for any man to master this art, only for those who understand that silence frequently communicates more power than 1,000 words desperate for approval. Habit 4. Mental curation as an art collection. What penetrates your mind shapes who you become. Reading widely, engaging with diverse perspectives, and challenging assumptions are habits of truly influential men who also accumulate substantial wealth. The dominant class treats their mental diet with the same seriousness that a curator treats a Renaissance art collection. They do not allow intellectual garbage to occupy valuable space in their minds. Instead of mindless entertainment, they consume content that enriches them. Financial podcasts during exercise, audiobooks about strategy during commutes, classical music that calms and sharpens the mind during pressure periods. Imagine the difference between a man who begins his day scrolling social media without purpose versus one who starts with 20 minutes of educational content about global markets. The first is reactive, scattered, and unfocused. The second is proactive, informed, and sharp as a Swiss razor blade. This difference accumulates exponentially over time. Replace just 30 minutes of empty entertainment with educational content daily. Listen to podcasts about business, finance, or intellectual development. Read books that challenge your thinking. Your mind will become sharper, your conversations more interesting, and your presence more magnetic. Common men feed their minds with intellectual fast food. Men of elevated standards nourish their minds like rare wines in a climate-controlled cellar. Habit 5. Accessories as silent signature. Your accessories are silent announcements of your personal standards. A classic watch can instantly unify your entire look and give you an air of silent authority. A cheap plastic watch screams that you economize on the wrong details. A quality timepiece suggests you value craftsmanship and tradition. The true elite favors discreet elegance over flashy displays. They choose watches with clean lines, classic designs, and quality movements. The goal is not to blind people with diamonds, but to signal sophistication to those who recognize quality when they see it. This principle extends beyond watches. A quality leather bag, well-made shoes, and carefully chosen eyewear all contribute to an image of refined taste. These items do not need to cost a fortune, but they should demonstrate attention to detail and respect for craftsmanship. When you reach for your phone to check the time, you appear distracted and modern in the worst possible way. When you look at your wrist with an elegant timepiece, you appear present, prepared, and timeless. Small details create monumental impressions. Your fragrance speaks before your name, and sometimes it speaks louder. It is like an olfactory symphony that people remember long after you leave the environment. Habit 6. Fragrance as an invisible business card. Your fragrance is an invisible business card that people remember long after you leave the environment. It does not hurt to have a signature fragrance. It adds an entirely new olfactory dimension to your personality. Men from selective circles understand that perfume is a subtle yet powerful form of personal branding. Choose a sophisticated fragrance and make it your trademark. Avoid overwhelming pharmacy body sprays that smell like an adolescent locker room. Instead, invest in a quality cologne that complements your natural chemistry and reflects your personality like an olfactory work of art. The goal is to be memorable, not overwhelming. When someone detects your fragrance weeks later, they should immediately think of you. This is the power of olfactory association. Your fragrance becomes part of your signature, as recognizable as your voice or your smile. Apply sparingly. The best fragrances whisper instead of shouting. People should discover your fragrance when they approach to greet you or sit beside you, not from the other side of the room. Subtlety is sophistication materialized. Like a rare wine, your fragrance should be discovered, not announced. It should intrigue, not invade. It should invite proximity, not repel with intensity. Habit 7. Grooming as a ritual of excellence. Your personal care reveals your attention to detail and self-respect. Well-groomed men frequently radiate silent authority, which can positively influence their performances and interactions in prestige circles. Neglected nails, sloppy facial hair, and inadequate skincare instantly convey carelessness, regardless of how expensive your clothes might be. The modern, successful man understands that grooming is not vanity. It is a professional and social requirement. Clean and trimmed nails suggest you are meticulous. Healthy skin indicates you take care of yourself. Well-maintained facial hair demonstrates you have elevated standards. This does not require hours of daily maintenance. A simple routine of cleansing, moisturizing, and proper nail care takes minutes but creates significant impact. Regular haircuts, professional grooming services, and quality products are investments in your personal brand. Men are learning about the functions of each product, how to use them, and their importance. The result? More men feel confident, informed, and in control of their routines. When you appear polished, people treat you as if you were polished. The external reflects the internal, and people judge both immediately. Your grooming is your first silent presentation to the world. Treat it like curating an art gallery. Every detail matters, every element contributes to the overall impression. Habit 8. Footwear as the foundation of elegance. Your shoes complete your personal narrative, and mistreated footwear ruins even the most expensive outfit. Investment in quality wardrobe basics, regular grooming habits, and maintaining physical conditioning demonstrates self-respect and consideration for those with whom you interact professionally and personally. People frequently judge you from bottom to top, and your shoes establish the tone for the entire impression. The dominant class treats their footwear with almost ceremonial respect. They invest in quality leather, maintain it properly, and understand that well-cared-for shoes communicate discipline and attention to detail. It does not matter if you are wearing luxury designer loafers or classic leather dress shoes. If they are clean and well-maintained, they project refinement. Polishing your shoes regularly is like polishing an antique silver piece. It reveals the shine that was always there. Inspect them before leaving home. Replace them before they become embarrassing. This simple habit can elevate your perceived status more than any other singular change in your appearance. Quality footwear is also an investment in your comfort and silent authority. When your shoes are impeccable, you feel impeccable. When you feel impeccable, you carry yourself differently. When you carry yourself differently, people treat you differently. Habit 9. Digital discretion as a mark of sophistication. Constantly checking your phone in social settings signals anxiety and disrespect. Men from selective circles treat face-to-face moments as sacred, and this is perceptible. It tells everyone around that something on your screen is more important than the human beings in front of you. Sophisticated men understand that presence is a form of respect. When you give someone your complete attention, you communicate that this person matters, that this moment matters, and that you possess sufficient silent authority to be completely present without digital distractions. Keep your phone in your pocket during conversations, meals, and meetings. If you need to check it, excuse yourself politely and handle it privately. This level of consideration is rare in our hyper-connected world, which makes it even more powerful when you demonstrate it. The most influential people are not the most connected. They are the most present. They build relationships through genuine human connection, not through digital networking. Master the art of being completely where you are. You might even be on the economy flight, but your presence says first class. This is the difference between men who seek attention and men who naturally command it. Habit 10. Financial handling as silent diplomacy. How you deal with payments reveals your relationship with money and your consideration for others. Sophisticated individuals handle the bill silently and gracefully. They can offer to cover it without creating a scene or resolve their part calmly and smoothly afterward. Calculating every penny out loud at the dinner table cheapens the entire experience. Arguing about who ordered what makes everyone uncomfortable. The elite handles financial transactions smoothly and discreetly, without embarrassing drama or negotiation. This does not mean you must always pay for everything. It means you handle money with silent authority and grace. You can offer to cover the bill, divide equally, or take care of your part. But you do it without transforming it into a performance or source of tension. When you handle money gracefully, people remember you as someone who elevated the experience, not as someone who created embarrassing moments. This is the difference between class and compensation for insecurity. Like a conductor leading a symphony, you orchestrate these moments with discreet elegance, never allowing monetary questions to disturb the harmony of social interaction. Habit 11. Controlled gestures as silent language. Your body language speaks before you open your mouth. Controlled gestures suggest composure, silent authority, and elegance. Instead of waving your arms as if you were conducting an invisible orchestra, keep your movements purposeful and smooth. Observe any experienced executive or successful speaker. Their gestures are minimal yet powerful, guiding attention without creating distraction. They use their hands to emphasize points, not to fill nervous energy. Each movement has intention, like precise brush strokes on a Renaissance canvas. Restlessness, finger drumming, and unnecessary movements suggest anxiety and lack of self-control. Calm and deliberate gestures communicate silent authority and emotional mastery. Practice staying still when you are not actively gesturing. Use open palm gestures when you want to emphasize points. This habit makes you appear more trustworthy and composed under pressure. People feel more secure and attentive when they are near someone who moves with intention, not with uncontrolled nervous energy. Like a sculptor working Carrara marble, each movement should have purpose. Each gesture should contribute to the masterpiece that is your personal presence. Habit 12. Quality over quantity as life philosophy. The elite understands that fewer things but better ones create more impact than many mediocre things. Minimalism is thriving in the form of high-quality essentials. Think perfectly tailored pants, premium cotton t-shirts, cashmere knitwear, and discreet color palettes. This principle applies to everything from clothing to conversation. Instead of filling your wardrobe with fast fashion, invest in timeless pieces made with quality materials. Instead of talking constantly, choose your words carefully and make them count. Instead of owning many cheap accessories, select a few exceptional ones. Quality reveals itself in unexpected moments, the way a well-made shirt falls on your body, the comfort of properly constructed shoes during a long day. The silent authority that comes from knowing your possessions reflect your standards. This mentality extends beyond material possessions. Quality relationships, quality experiences, and quality habits contribute to a life of sophistication, not mere material accumulation. Like an art collector who prefers one masterpiece to 100 reproductions, you choose excellence over quantity, substance over volume. Habit 13. Consistent standards. As personal signature, elegance is not something you turn on for special occasions. It is how you conduct yourself consistently. Men from selective circles understand that true elegance is reflected in how you treat everyone. From the chief executive officer to the waiter refilling your water, your character is revealed in how you behave when no one important is watching. Treat service staff with the same respect you demonstrate to potential business partners. Say please and thank you to everyone, regardless of their position. Hold doors, offer assistance, and demonstrate courtesy as a default mode of operation, not as a performance for influential people. This consistency builds a reputation that precedes you. People notice when you are genuinely gracious, not strategically polite. They remember when you treat everyone with dignity, and they trust you because your character does not change based on who is watching. Consistency is the trademark of authenticity, and authenticity is the foundation of lasting influence. Like a Swiss precision watch, your courtesy should function with the same exactness, regardless of circumstances or audience. Habit 14. Intellectual curiosity as a permanent collection. Personal growth never reaches a finish line. The most accomplished men maintain curiosity throughout their lives, constantly seeking knowledge and new perspectives. The elite understands that learning is a lifelong pursuit that keeps the mind sharp and conversation interesting. Read beyond your area of expertise. Understand global events, develop opinions about art, culture, and philosophy, not to show off your knowledge, but to become a more interesting and complete human being. Intellectual curiosity makes you magnetic in social situations because you can connect with people on multiple levels. When someone mentions a book, an artist, or a current event, you want to be able to contribute meaningfully to the conversation. This requires constant learning and genuine interest in the world beyond your immediate concerns. The most sophisticated men are students forever. They ask reflective questions, listen to different perspectives, and remain humble enough to change their minds when presented with better information. Like a museum curator constantly expanding their collection, you should continuously acquire new knowledge, refining and enriching your understanding of the world. Habit 15. Calm under pressure as the final masterpiece. The definitive demonstration of class is maintaining composure when everyone else is losing theirs. Remaining calm signals inner strength, self-control, and unshakable silent authority, qualities that instantly set you apart. Whether facing a work crisis, travel delays, or social challenges, your reaction reveals your character. The elite learned that panic serves no useful purpose. Instead of overreacting, they pause, evaluate the situation, and respond reflectively. They understand that their emotional state affects everyone around them, and they choose to be a calming influence, not a source of additional stress. This composure is not about suppressing emotions, it is about managing them effectively. You can acknowledge frustration without broadcasting it. You can feel stress without letting it control your behavior. You can face challenges without making them everyone else's problem. When others remember you, They will recall not only what you accomplished, but how you made them feel during difficult moments. Grace under pressure is the definitive luxury that money cannot buy. Like a conductor leading an orchestra during a storm, you maintain rhythm while others lose composure, creating harmony where there should be chaos. The definitive transformation. These 15 micro-habits will not only change how others see you, they will transform how you see yourself. Each habit reinforces the others, creating a compound effect that elevates your entire presence. You will walk differently, speak differently, and command respect in a different way. Remember, this is not about pretending wealth or pretending to be someone you are not. It is about incorporating the qualities that create genuine sophistication: discipline, consideration, silent authority, and character. These characteristics are available to every man willing to develop them. The most powerful transformation happens from the inside out. When you genuinely become more elegant, more reflective, and more refined, the world responds appropriately. Opportunities appear, relationships improve, respect increases. This is not for any man. It is for those rare individuals who understand that true distinction cannot be bought. It must be cultivated, refined, and lived daily. If you are ready to elevate your entire presence and build silent authority like the elite, comment "elegant power." I want to see who is committed to this definitive transformation. Your journey to become a man of unquestionable distinction begins with the next choice you make. Choose elegance, choose sophistication, choose silent power. Remember, fashion is not luxury, it is power.